If you open the book of Revelation expecting a Hollywood disaster movie, you might be missing the real message. For decades, we've been told this book is a terrifying, secret puzzle. We're taught to look at scary headlines, search for hidden microchips, and live in constant fear of a looming global collapse. But what if the truth is actually the exact opposite? What if Revelation wasn't written to make you panic, but to give you deep, unbreakable peace? Let's decode what the text actually says. To understand this book, we have to look at its very first word. In the original Greek, the book is called apocalypsis. Today, the word apocalypse makes us think of world-ending chaos. But back then, it meant something entirely different. It literally means an unveiling, or uncovering. Think of pulling back a heavy curtain to show what was already standing on the stage. This book isn't unveiling the end of the world. The text itself says it is the unveiling of Jesus Christ. It's showing us who Jesus is behind the scenes of human history. And what John saw changes everything about how we face our struggles today. Here's a crucial detail most people miss. Revelation is actually a letter, and it had a very specific audience. It was written by the Apostle John around 95 AD to 7 literal local churches in Asia Minor. These were real people living under the brutal reign of the Roman Empire. They were being arrested and ruined for their faith. They were asking, is God still in control? Why are we suffering? Revelation was sent to answer their urgent questions, not our modern political debates. And the answers they received are highly relevant to us today. But why is the book filled with strange beasts, dragons, and cryptic numbers? It is because of a style called apocalyptic writing. First-century readers understood this language the same way we understand political cartoons today. If you see a cartoon of an elephant and a donkey, you don't think literal animals are running the government. You know it's a symbol. John did the same thing, using symbols his readers knew from the Old Testament. In fact, out of about 400 verses in Revelation, nearly 300 of them point directly back to the Old Testament. If we don't look there first, we end up guessing, and guessing leads to fear. Take the famous beast from the sea in chapter 13. John describes a monster with 7 heads and 10 horns. In the Old Testament, particularly in the book of Daniel, beasts represent oppressive human empires. Because of this, many Bible scholars believe the beast primarily represented the Roman Empire of that time, a violent system that demanded total worship. It's a powerful warning that whenever any human system demands the loyalty that belongs only to God, it becomes beast-like. But how do we survive a system like that? The answer is hidden in the text. Then there is the famous number, 666. What does it actually mean? In ancient Hebrew and Greek, letters also stood for numbers. One well-known historical interpretation links 666 to the brutal Emperor Nero Caesar through this method. But on a deeper spiritual level, the number has a symbolic meaning. In the Bible, the number 7 represents divine perfection. The number 6 falls short of that perfection. Repeating it 3 times, 666, defines something that is utterly, completely human, trying to play God and failing miserably. It isn't a hidden digital code you might accidentally take. It's a symbol of human rebellion. Knowing this frees us from fear, but it also raises a massive question. How does God defeat this rebellion? Most people focus so much on the scary monsters that they miss the most important contrast in the whole book. The world fights with violence and force, represented by the dragon. But how does God conquer? Not with a bigger monster, but with a slain lamb. Throughout the book, Jesus is called the Lamb 28 times. The ultimate message here is beautiful. True victory isn't won through earthly power or anger. It is won through sacrificial love, faith, and standing strong in Jesus. If you feel like you are losing the battle today, this is your turning point. In chapters 4 and 5, John gets a glimpse into the throne room of heaven. This is the anchor of the entire book. While the earth below is experiencing chaos and pain, the throne room is completely calm. God is not worried. He is not pacing the floor. This scene is a direct reminder for anyone whose life feels chaotic right now. No matter how messy things look on the ground, God is securely on his throne. You can breathe because he is in control. As the story wraps up, it forces us to make a choice. John shows us 2 symbolic cities, Babylon and the New Jerusalem. Babylon represents the wealth, luxury, and temporary power of this world. It looks incredibly appealing, but the text warns us that Babylon is crumbling. The New Jerusalem represents God's eternal kingdom. The book asks us, which city are we building our lives in? Are we compromising to succeed in Babylon, or are we staying faithful to the eternal King? Surprisingly, the book of Revelation doesn't end with the destruction of the earth. It ends with restoration. In chapter 21, heaven doesn't stay in the sky. Instead, the holy city comes down to earth. God moves his home to live right here with us. There is no more death, no more crying, and no more pain. Every single tear is personally wiped away by God himself. This is the ultimate happy ending, not escaping the world, but seeing the world completely healed. So what is the ultimate Bible code of Revelation? It is simply this: Jesus wins and evil loses. You don't need to live in fear of the future, and you don't need to stress over secret timelines. The ending has already been written, and your victory in him is secure. Today, let go of the anxiety about tomorrow. Trust that the God who holds the future is holding you right now. If you want more simple, visual guides to grow your faith and fix your daily spiritual struggles, make sure to subscribe. Keep your eyes on the King, and we'll see you in the next video. God bless you.